Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as assignment. Right, let's see the sum. Find maximum value of S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. 37, 45, 46, 27, 34, 43, 29, 32, 43, 38, 45, 33, 38, 46, 45, 33, 26, 35, 41, 40, 45, 41, 42, 41, 44. Right? Now the first thing that you need to do is, when you have to find out maximum value, step 1 is subtract the largest number from other numbers. So you will have S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Right? Now, the largest number in the matrix is 46. So you subtract 46 from all the numbers. In which case, if I subtract 46, 46 minus 37, 46 minus 43, 46 minus 45, 46 minus 33, 46 minus 45. Same way you will get this as 46 minus 45, 46 minus 29, 46 minus 33, 46 minus 26, 46 minus 41. Then 46 minus 46, 46 minus 32, 46 minus 38, 46 minus 35, 46 minus 42. Then 46 minus 27, 46 minus 43, 46 minus 46, 46 minus 41. Then 46 minus 34, 46 minus 38, 46 minus 45, 46 minus 40. This is 40. So this will be 6, and 46 minus 44, that is 2. Okay. Now the next step, step 2. Step 2. Subtract smallest element in row. Subtract row wise. If I subtract row wise S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. If I subtract the smallest element in the row, the smallest element in the first row is 1. So this is going to be 820, 1 I am subtracting, 12, 0. Then second row smallest element is 1. So I will get 0, 16, 12, 19, 4. Right? Next, the smallest element is 0, so leave it as it is. Smallest element is 0, leave it as it is. Smallest element is 1, so in that case this will be 1170, 51. Right? Once you have this, next step, subtract column wise. Step 3. Subtract column. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Right? Column wise, the smallest element in the column is 0, so leave the whole column as it is. Smallest element in the column is 2, so in that case this will be 0, 14, 12, 1, 5. Smallest element in the column is 0, leave it as it is. Smallest element in the column is 5, so in that case you will get this as 7, 14, 6, 0, 0. Right? Smallest element in the column is 0, so leave it as it is. So in that case you will get 0, 4, 4, 5, 1. Right? Now, draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines. I'm going to do it in this step only. Right? I have 3 zeros here, so I'm going to cancel this row. I have 2 zeros here, so I'm going to cancel this column. I have 2 zeros here and I have 2 zeros here. So I've cancelled all the zeros. I've drawn minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cancel the zeros. Now, number of lines is equal to 4 and number of rows is equal to 5. Therefore, the solution is not optimum. Step 4. Subtract the smallest uncovered element from every uncovered element and add it at the intersection of rows and columns. Now the smallest uncovered element is 4, right? So let's see this: S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. The smallest uncovered element is 4. So subtract 4 from all the uncovered elements. So in that case you will get 10, 8, 8, 4, 10, 2, 0, 0. Fine, do we get this thing clear? And add it at the intersection of rows and columns. 8 plus 4, 12, 19 plus 4, 23. And 11 plus 4, 15. The remaining elements as it is. So this is 12, 0, 0, 23, 15. This is 0, 10, 8, 1, 5. This is going to be 0, 8, 4, 0, 0. Then you have 7, 10, 2, 0, 0. And then you have 0, 0, 0, 5, 1. Right? Now, draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all the zeros. I have 3 zeros here, right? I have 3 zeros here, I have 2 zeros here, and I have 2 zeros here and 2 zeros here. 3 and 2, 5 lines. 5 lines and 5 rows. That means the solution is optimum. Let's find out the optimum zeros. The next thing that I need to do is I need to find out the optimum zeros. Step 5. Optimum zeros. So in that case you will have S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, right? Let's see this: 12, 0, 0, 12, 0, 0, 23, 15, 0, 10, 8, 1, 5, 0, 8, 4, 0, 0, 7, 10, 2, 0, 0, and 0, 0, 0, 5, 1. Right? Now I need to find out optimum zeros. What is optimum zero? Optimum zero is the zero which is the only zero in that particular row or in that particular column. Let's try to see this: 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 0. Right? That means this becomes one of my optimum zero. If this becomes an optimum zero, that means this particular row and this particular column is cancelled. 0 wise I have 2 zeros, 2 zeros and 2 zeros. Right? Now I have in all the rows I have 2 zeros, and in all the columns also I have 2 zeros. So I can select any one zero as my optimum zero. Let's assume that any particular zero, if I select as optimum zero, let's assume that I select S2 T1, right? S2 T1 as my optimum zero. Okay, so in that case this is gone and this is gone. In that case this is the only optimum zero here. So this is gone and this is gone, right? So I have 3 zeros. Now again I have 2 rows and 2 columns. I could select any one zero as my optimum zero. Let's assume that if I select this as my optimum zero, that means this particular row and this particular column is gone, so this becomes my final optimum zero. Hence I can say that S1 corresponds to T2, S2 corresponds to T1, S3 corresponds to T5, S4 corresponds to T3, and S5 corresponds to T4. Therefore, the maximum value is going to be equal to S1 corresponds to T2, that's 43, S2 corresponds to T1, that's 45. S3 corresponds to T5, which is 42. S4 corresponds to T3, that is 46, and S5 corresponds to T4, which is 40. Right? Now, when you add all these values, you will get this answer as 260. Right? Let's see the next one, guys. Now let's consider that if I have an unbalanced assignment problem. For example, if I have A, B, C, D, E, and I have M1, M2, M3 and M4. 1, 3, 2, 3. Then 2, 4, 3, 1. Then you have 5, 6, 3, 4. Then you have 3, 1, 4, 2. And then you have 1, 5, 6, 5. Now what is unique about this problem in all the sums that we have done so far, the number of rows was equal to number of columns. Here the number of rows are 5 whereas number of columns are 4. Sorry. So in that case, the first thing that I have to do is this is called as an unbalanced problem. The first thing I need to do is balance the problem. How do I balance the problem? Step 1. Balance the problem. How do I balance the problem? By making the number of rows and columns equal. How do I do that? I have 5 rows and I have 4 columns. So what I will do is I will add an extra column so that I can balance the equation. I already had 1, 2, 5, 3, 1. I had 3, 4, 6, 1, 5. I have 2, 3, 3, 4, 6. I have 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. Now I have added this extra column. What should I put in this extra column? All the values in this column should be 0. When you balance it, the extra row or the extra column that you put, all the values in that particular row or column will be 0. Step 2. Solve row wise. That means subtract smallest element in row with every element in that row. Obviously, smallest element in every row is going to be 0 only because you have just added a column. So smallest element in every row is going to be 0. So there is going to be no change. So straight away there is no need to do that step because guys, see this. The smallest element in every row is going to be 0. So there is going to be no change in the matrix. Step 3. Subtract column. That is, subtract the smallest element in column with every element in that column. Let's see this. A, B, C, D, E, which is M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. Smallest element is 1. So in that case, you are going to get this as 0, 1, 4, 2, 0. Smallest element is 1. So 2, 3, 5, 0, 4. Smallest element is 2. So 0, 1, 1, 2, 4. Smallest element is 1. So that is 2, 0, 3, 1, 4. Smallest element is 0. Right? Draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all the zeros. Right? I have 5 zeros here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this out. Right? Now, minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines. I can cover these 2 zeros here. Right? I can cover this. All the others have only 1, 1, 0. So I can cover 1 0 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. All the zeros are covered. Right? I have 5 lines and I have 5 rows. That means the solution is optimum. I need to find out the optimum solution. Step 3. Step 4. Right? Find optimum 0. How do I get optimum 0? Right? Optimum 0. What is optimum 0? Optimum 0 is the 0 which is the only 0 in that particular row or column. M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Right? Let's see this. 0, 1, 4, 2, 0. 0, 1, 2, 4, 0, 1, 420. Then you have 2, this is going to be 250, 2, 3, 5, 23504, right? Then you have 01124, then you have 20310, this is 00000, right? I need to find out optimum 0. Optimum 0 is that 0 which is the only 0 in that particular row or column. 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 1 0. This is that only 1 0. So this particular row and this particular column gets cancelled, right? Now I have only 1 0 here. So this particular row and this particular column gets cancelled. I have only 1 0 here. So this particular row and this particular column gets cancelled, column wise. There is only 1 0 here. So this particular row and this particular column gets cancelled. This is my fifth 0. So I can therefore say that A corresponds to M3, B corresponds to M4, C corresponds to M5, D corresponds to M2 and E corresponds to M1. Therefore, the optimum solution is A corresponds to M3, that is going to be 2, B corresponds to M4, that is 1, C corresponds to M5, which is 0, D corresponds to M2, which is 1, and E corresponds to M1, which is 1, 3, 4, 5. So the optimum value of the solution is 5, right? Next, let's see another sum, guys. Suppose if I have A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. When you have a traveling salesman has to visit 4 cities A, B, C, D. The distance is given to you. The distance is infinity. 4, 7, 3, 4, infinity, 6, 3, 7, 6, infinity, 7, 3, 3, 7, infinity, right? How do I solve sums where you have infinity? The traveling salesman has to start from a location and reach the same location back, right? So let's see, how do I do this? Step 1. Subtract row. So you have A, B, C, D. Now remember, infinity is an extremely large number, right? Smallest element in the row is 4. So that means this is going to be, no, 3, sorry. Infinity, 1, 4, 0. Smallest element in the row is 3. So 1, infinity, 3, 0. Smallest element in the row is 6. So 1, 0, infinity, 1. Smallest element is 3. So 0, 0, 4, infinity. Subtract the smallest element in the column. Step 2. Subtract column. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Smallest element is 0, so leave the column as it is. Smallest element is 0, so leave the column as it is. Smallest element is 3, so 1, 0, infinity, 1. And last is smallest element is 0, 0, 0, 1, infinity. Draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all zeros. 1 0, there are 2 zeros here, so I can use this. Then I have 1 0, I have 2 zeros here, so I can use cover this. Then I have 1 0 column wise here, 1 0 column wise here. Number of rows is 4, number of lines is 4, right? So therefore the solution is optimum. Now I need to find out the optimum 0. Step 3. Optimum 0. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Right? Let's write this down. Infinity 1, 1, 0, 1, infinity 0, 0, 1, 0, infinity 1, 0, 0, 1, infinity. Okay. Now I need to find out the optimum 0. In the first row, this is my optimum 0. So that is this particular row and this particular column gets cancelled. In the second row, this is my optimum 0. This particular row and this particular column gets cancelled. In the third row, this is my optimum 0. So this particular row and column gets cancelled. In the fourth row, this is my optimum 0. Now, when you have infinity, how do you find the optimum value that is going to change? So now observe very carefully. Right? A corresponds to D, B corresponds to C, then C corresponds to B, and D corresponds to A. Right? Now out of this you will see that two of them are same. Therefore I can say that since you have the same numbers repeating, they have said that A corresponds to D. Right? First thing, A corresponds to D. Right? Write the first and the second one below the other or next to one another. A corresponds to D, D corresponds to B, B corresponds to C, and then end with the same number. When you have infinity, you only take the first two values. A corresponds to D, you write it as it is. B corresponds to C, write it as it is. Write a correspondence sign here and write the first number at the end. Once more guys, see this. First you write A corresponds to D. Then you write B corresponds to C. Put a correspondence here and put A here. Right? Therefore, I can say that the optimum solution is A corresponds to D. A corresponds to D means 3. D corresponds to B. D corresponds to B, that is again 3. B corresponds to C. B corresponds to C is 6. And C corresponds to A is going to be 7. So 10, 19. So the distance that the salesman has to cover or the amount that the salesman has to pay is 19 rupees. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Right. This finishes assignment. We'll do sequencing in the next lecture. Let's stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.